before we play any soccer whatsoever, we are going to warm up first, okay? So first we're going to not use the ball, we're going to first stretch our legs first, okay? So first we're going to stretch the quad muscle. So we pull our ankle to our butt and make sure we stretch our quad muscle. It's important to stretch our muscles before we play soccer so we don't injure ourselves, okay? So 10 seconds, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it off. Other leg, make sure you pull it right to your butt. 10 seconds on each leg. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it off. Next we're going to do our hamstring muscle on the back of our leg here, okay? It's important to stretch our hamstring muscle because when we kick the ball, when we pass the ball, this muscle is being engaged, okay? So just put your heel on the ground and stretch as far as you can. See if you can touch your toes. I'm not very flexible, so I can't touch my toes. 10 seconds on each leg again. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it off again, do the next leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake your legs again. And last stretch, we're going to use our groin. Again, it's important because we engage the groin muscle when we kick the ball, so we don't want to pull any muscles before we start playing soccer, okay? So stretch to the side and dip your hips towards the ground as low as you can, okay? Count to 10 again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake your legs off, make sure they're loose, and switch legs. Last stretch. 10 seconds again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Make sure your legs are loose, shake them off one last time. And now we're going to engage the ball, okay? So, we're going to do 3 steps to this ball warm-up, okay? We're going to do a number 1, a number 2, and a number 3. So first, number 1, we're going to do tick-tocks. Tick-tocks, if you've not seen it before, I know a lot of you have at home. So what we're going to do, we're going to use the inside of both feet and pass the ball as fast as we can between both feet, okay? So I'm going to demonstrate for you. We're going to do 10 times, okay? This is number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. As you can see, I'm passing the ball in between both feet, using the inside to pass it to each foot, okay? I'm going to demonstrate it one more time for you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? Now we're going to move on to number 2. Number 2 is toe taps. This time we're engaging a different part of the foot. We're using the sole, which is the bottom part of our foot. We're going to use the sole to touch the top of the ball, and we're going to skip in between. Okay, so we're going to do 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So if you want to make that a little bit more difficult for yourself, you can go even faster. So skip as fast as you can and touch the ball as fast as you can, okay? Like that. Okay, do 10, and we're going to move on to number 3 this time, okay? Number 3 is going to be a pull back. A pull back is a complete change of direction. So if I'm dribbling towards you, I'm going to dribble, and I'm going to put my foot on the ball, my sole again on the ball, and pull it back. A complete change of direction, okay? So dribbling towards you, sole on the ball, and complete change of direction, okay? So if you have any questions about the warm-up, make sure to comment on the video, okay? But no further ado, we're going to move on to our main part of the session. But first, we're going to review what Coach Kai done this morning, okay? So what Coach Kai done this morning was passing with the wall, a simple pass with the wall with the inside of the foot, okay? Make sure you always use the inside of the foot to pass and then receive. We can receive with the sole, we can receive with the inside. Make sure you always pass with the inside. Do never pass with your toes, okay? So I'm going to demonstrate for you guys. So, 1, make sure you control it. Don't try and kick it if it bounces up. Don't try and kick it straight away. Make sure you control it. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we can do this all day. We don't need to do 5. We can keep going all day. Make sure you control the ball before you try and pass it back. Make sure the ball's on the ground and settled before you try and pass it back, okay? Now, we're going to move on to the second part of the practice today, okay? So we're going to work on a little bit of dribbling using the outside, which is the outside here, and we're going to use our pinky toe to touch the ball as many times as we can in between these two cones, changing direction at each cone, okay? So, what we're going to do, we're going to dribble to each cone as many touches as we can with the outside of our foot. Cut it back with the outside and dribble, 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 outside, cut, and dribble again, okay? As you can see, I'm getting as many, I'm not rushing at all, and we're going to touch as many times as we can between each cone, okay? As you can see, it's not so difficult. So, if we wanted to make it a little more difficult, we can add a third cone. Yeah, a third cone here. We can change the shape now, okay? So, as you can see, instead of being a straight line, it's now a triangle, okay? So, we're now engaging different parts of the foot. Again, as many touches as you can in between each cone. As many touches as you can, okay? Small, 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 outside of the foot, pinky toe. Good. Touch, 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 touch. Cut. Touch, 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 good. As you can see, it's a lot more difficult. Even I'm struggling now, okay? As many as you can. Okay. So, after that drill, we can, as I said, add a third cone and make it much more harder for ourselves, okay? If we imagine that these cones are defenders, we can use these cones as a defender, so we can come up to the cone, we can beat the defender and change direction, okay? Make it more game realistic. Try and avoid the cones. Imagine they're defenders. Avoid the cones, okay? Try and avoid them, go around them, and so on, okay? It's much more game realistic if you imagine they're defenders. In a 90-minute game, you always obviously have to last the full 90 minutes. So a drill like this, which works on, as you can tell, I'm out of breath. You can work on your conditioning, which will help us last the full 90 minutes. Okay, so going back into this drill, we're now going to incorporate what Coach Kyle taught us this morning, okay? So first, we're going to leave the ball. We're going to work on our conditioning again. As I said, it's important in a game of soccer. We're going to do 5 shuttles between each cone, okay? And get the ball back, sorry. So once we do 5, we're going to get the ball back, and we're going to do 5 passes like what Coach Kai taught us this morning with the inside against the wall, okay? So I'm going to demonstrate it now. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it'll end up being 6 because it's an even number. And we're going to do 5 passes against the wall, okay? So, 1, make sure you stop the ball, don't let it bounce up in the air, stop the ball. 3, 4, and 5, okay? We'll do our 6 shuttles again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, okay? And do our drill from this morning again against the wall. Make sure you stop the ball, get it down, don't let it bounce. And 5. Okay, once we've done that, we've incorporated dribbling and what Coach Kai taught us this morning. Passing against the wall, receiving with the inside or with the sole. Make sure the ball's always settled on the ground before we pass again, okay? We don't always have the chance to dribble, so we need to pass, okay? So if there's, say, a defender pressing us, we sometimes need to pass. We can't always dribble, so it's important to understand both these aspects when learning soccer and playing soccer.